Hello, everybody. Welcome to 21 Million. My name is Pete. I am your host today, and I come bearing good news. Yesterday, everybody's freaking out. You guys are getting crazy. You got to zoom out and really look at everything. Look at the charts and be smart. Stick to the cycle. But before we get into that, I want to look at let's take a look at the market quick. And then I will give you freaks, a tutorial on what I'm seeing on Market Cipher on TradingView. So real quick, so there's 22,000 cryptos, which is crazy. That's so many. I remember there was a couple thousand not too long ago. Market cap over $1 trillion. 24-hour volume is 50 billion. It's down a little bit. Everyone's getting scared. Market dominance, 42% for Bitcoin, 18.5% for ETH. Bitcoin's hovering. It's up a little bit since a couple hours ago, $23,217. Ethereum's at 1605. We have XRP at 41 cents. Cardano's at 38 cents. Everyone's favorite dog, Dogecoin, at 8 cents. Polygon's at $1.18. Polygon, as you guys know, I'm a big fan. Big things coming for Polygon. So I've been taking I changed the colors behind me too. We got green now because we're going to see lots of green now in our future. So I took some time and I've been looking at TradingView, looking at the weekly candles with Market Cipher. And there's a lot of signals, a lot of things going on that this week, when Sunday, when the candle closes, is really going to be some good confirmation that the market is turning around. And I know there's still people tweeting $10,000. One of my friends called me yesterday after my broadcast and told me that he heard 10,000. Everyone's calling for a $10,000 Bitcoin. It's never, and I explained it to him, and I gave him a screen mirrored my setup, my TradingView. And I said, if that were to happen, it's never happened. It would be the first time ever. So, and I'm sure you guys want to know what I'm talking about. So let's move on. Let's take a look at TradingView. And let me explain to you what I have going on here. Looks like a lot of boxes and mishmash. So let's take a look here. Okay, so the vertical lines that I have going, the green ones, those are the dates of the halvenings. Okay? The blue boxes on either side represent about 75 or 76 weeks before and after the halvening. And that's generally when the market starts to turn around, at the beginning of the boxes. Okay? So but first, let me confirm what I'm saying, and then we'll move on to the other signals. So we'll go back here, and you can see right here the box starts, Bitcoin starts to go up. The only time that you see that there's any kind of backpedal was here, right here, COVID. When COVID happened, the flash crashes. But otherwise, it went up. That's when it starts to go up. Right to the end of the box, basically, and then you start the bear market. Okay? And we'll go back one more time. So right here would be the bottom, and then you'd move up. Now, I was curious. This is August of 2015. And I was wondering why there was a crash here. So I did go back and I looked, and there looks like there was a flash crash on Bitfinex. And it's something I don't remember that happening, obviously 7 years ago, but there was a flash crash. So things like this could happen. You could have a failure of an exchange. You could have an outbreak. We could get something like that, like we saw with COVID. Okay, so now let's move on. Okay, So let's look here. So the next signal that I see is on market cipher, the blue triangle, okay? That signals a change in a market pattern. Ultimately, it's a change in a previous pattern. The longer the time frame the candles are, the more this is true. Okay, so now let's go back and check these. Okay, let's look at the blue triangles. Okay, so we have a blue triangle right after the beginning of the 75 weeks before the halvening. We have one here. Okay, then we have the flash crash, and a second one prints almost immediately within the next few weeks that we're changing direction still. There's nothing stopping this. Okay? And let's go back one more time. Same thing happens in 2015. We have a signal, the blue triangle. We have a flash crash, probably because of a scam they were doing or something stupid, market manipulation back then. And then right away we get another blue triangle, prints, and we go up. Okay? So right here, now let's just see, let's look at history. And one more thing, actually there's one more thing I want to point out. Blue triangle prints, you have this flash crash. This flash crash doesn't happen. You never see this level ever again. And keep in mind, guys, 2015, this is under $300, these candles. Okay? Never saw it again. Let's go back to the COVID crash. So back here, Bitcoin's at $3,300. Okay? Blue triangle. So we'll suspend reality and say that COVID doesn't happen. This level right here is at $5,200. Blue triangle prints, okay? Never again we'll see that level. So now let's go to present time. So right now, we are waiting for this blue triangle to confirm, okay? If this confirms on Sunday, we can assume that we're not going to see these levels ever again. We're never going to see $23,000 again, okay? So for the people that are calling for $10,000, okay, $10,000 all the way down here in this area, 10 G's, it's super unlikely that ever happens. I don't know why people are so bearish on Bitcoin right now. I mean, if you look at history, it just generally doesn't happen. Okay? So now, let's look a little bit further at signals. We have on market cipher B, the momentum waves. Okay? The momentum waves, when they start to cut in, usually you get those breakouts. Okay? So it doesn't have to match previous bull runs, but it has to be similar. It's got to rhyme. Okay, so we're looking for momentum waves cutting in. Okay, so we have a cut here, and then we have the run. Okay, we have a cut here, and then we have our run. Okay, and keep in mind, don't forget, down here, this is COVID. Okay, and now we're going to look one more. We have the momentum waves cutting in, and we can only assume that this is where we're going to start seeing our run. All right, let me see right here. The only thing on the weekly that I haven't looked at is the VWAP. The VWAP is cutting down, which that's the only outlier, but it looks like it was doing something similar around this time. So, all right, let's take a look at the daily. The daily for Bitcoin. All right. Actually, skip the daily because I want to look at the 4-hour chart because I've been looking for a play to get in. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens right now on right here. I don't know if we're going to see a test back down to the bottom level of the bear flag, or if we're just going to see a breakout right now. Honestly, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens. The momentum's kind of hovering around that 0 line. Usually I get a little nervous when that happens. I want to wait to see where it goes before I make any plays. Sorry, guys. And listen, but while you're at, if you can, like and subscribe. Take a moment, just hit the like, and please subscribe to the channel. I would really, really appreciate that. And okay, there's a couple articles I want to go through too that I saw that I thought were interesting. I'm really taken back by the amount of BS that comes out of the White House and our government that they're actually trying to regulate crypto. It's not happening. They want this to fail. There is no reason to have this succeed. So just real quick. So White House calls on Congress to step up its efforts on crypto regulation. This is on CoinDesk. So they called on Joe Biden. Already had said this. I think it was about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago that he was calling on them to regulate, to do regulation, to have more clarity, and it never happened. And it's never going to happen. They want the CBDCs. They're pushing that so hard. They want to be able to say, to point at Bitcoin and point at the crypto market and say, see, we can't trust the private sector to handle this. We have to handle it. And they want control of the money. So just keep that in mind. And that's it, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Make sure you like and subscribe. My links are below. Check out, I have the link to Market Cipher and Femex. Those are that's the trading platform I like to use when I do any leverage trading. And I will talk to you guys soon.